I was still numb from anesthesia when the nurse asked for my emergency contact. My wife wasn't around. She hadn't answered the calls, repeated over and over. Finally, I whispered my lawyer's number instead. 6 hours later, surgery was done. I barely survived with half my stomach removed and 3 metal staples stitching me up. The room was quiet, machines ticking with precise, cold rhythm. She didn't appear that night, nor the next. 3 days later, she strolled in, heels clicking on the linoleum like nothing had happened. Her brother Daniel trailed behind, grinning with urgency. "Where's the doctor? We need updates," she demanded. The nurse glanced up, unimpressed. "Of course, but first we need you to sign this, just a form." Her face went pale, and in that moment, I knew she'd read the ending before the story even began. I had imagined betrayal as fireworks or shouting in the dark. But it's quieter, like a cough in another room, or a glance that lingers too long. Her name was Marissa. We met in college. She claimed I made her feel safe. I believed her. I built my life around that promise: security, stability, a home. I paid bills, fixed her car, and listened when she cried over failed interviews. I even helped Daniel land his corporate job. I was the man people called when life fell apart. They called often. I never questioned it. Until the night I collapsed in the bathroom, blood in the bowl, a warning. My shaking fingers dialed her number. She declined, then texted, "Can't talk. Daniel's big pitch is tomorrow. Don't make it about you." The betrayal wasn't just her absence. It was her choice. After surgery, still alone, I realized something was off. So I played dead figuratively. I restricted her from visiting. Had the hospital list me as non-disclosed. She never found me. But Daniel called, not for me but for insurance updates, billing, room info. That's when tears stopped and thoughts sharpened. 3 months of healing followed, in silence, with a plan. First, my lawyer rewrote my will. Everything funneled into an irrevocable trust, locked with contingencies only I knew. Then I hired a private investigator, not to follow her, but them. 2 weeks in, I had proof. Lunches that lingered too long, dinners labeled work meetings, hotel keycards matching timestamps. One photo, her hand on his thigh at a rooftop bar, laughter spilling, no effort to hide it. Daniel had always been close, late-night calls, inside jokes. I dismissed it as sibling closeness. Stupid. They weren't siblings, not truly. He'd been adopted at 13. Legally her brother, biologically nothing. Close enough to seem safe, distant enough to be dangerous. The rest fell into place. Hidden accounts, siphoned joint savings, forged signatures on loans I never applied for. I didn't confront. I rewarded. "Babe," I said one night 2 months before the blow, "you and Daniel should take that Bali trip you've been talking about." "My treat." She blinked, suspicious. Seriously, smiled. She kissed me softer than in months. While she packed, I quietly transferred our joint funds into the trust, revoked her access, secured the accounts, and cleared the house of anything in my name. The night before their flight, I collapsed again. Emergency surgery, same hospital. She never came until the nurse handed her the form. "What's this?" Marissa asked, eyes scanning. "It's a power of attorney transfer," the nurse said. "We just need your signature to confirm relinquishment." Panic spread across her face. Relinquishment of what? I spoke for the first time in days. "House, assets, legal decisions, all mine again. You were only temporary while I was unconscious. That ends today." He tried to laugh. "You can't do that, we're married." I said, "We were." The nurse handed her a second form. Divorce papers, already signed, already filed. Daniel leaned over. "A joke." "Oh." They turned pale and silent. "How long were you with my brother before deciding I was disposable?" Security escorted them out. I watched from my window as Marissa screamed in the parking lot, tugging Daniel's sleeve while he froze. Their world crumbled. Calls, messages, threats, they couldn't touch me. I had nothing to lose, and everything documented. I leaked the evidence to HR. Photos, timestamps, embezzlement trails, hotel receipts. Daniel was fired within 24 hours. She moved in with him. 2 months later they broke up. He blamed her. She begged me. I ignored both. Pain either breaks or sharpens you. I used to be soft, forgiving, navy. Now I'm steel. She thought I was weak, a man in a hospital bed. But I had already written the ending. And she signed it herself.